Hi, it's Carol from Crinkled Path. Welcome back to my channel. Today is another episode working in my altered book, doing some junk journal memory keeping. So I hope you'll junk journal along with me, and let's get started. So today's memory is around the Billy Goats Gruff. Oh, and for those of you who watched my last episode, the nails are sort of surviving, but I have paint all over my hands right now, and I have been wrestling with my own little Billy Goats because it's vaccination time in the spring, and so that was yesterday's task, and so I don't do nails often because I'm pretty hard on them, so we'll see how much longer they last. Billy Goats Gruff. So this was one of my dad's favorite stories to tell me, and I don't know, where he learned it as a child or something, but he thought it was funny. And I think the thing that triggered the story in his memory was we had a little nature trail at the nearby elementary school, and it had these little bridges across. There was sort of a fountain with a little creek, and then I think it recycled the water, and so we had these little bridges, and so he would tell the story, and he would let me be the Billy Goats, and he would be the troll under the bridge. It was never scary or anything, even though the troll in the story can be kind of scary. The way he told it just brings back fond memories to me. I found this, which is a Scandinavian folktale song about the three Billy Goats Gruff, and it's got some cute little goats on it. Since I'm still very fond of goats to this day and now have my own, and we unfortunately lost one this week to a unexpected tragedy. The goat got into an area where there was a lot of really green lush grass, and people think goats can eat everything, and they really can't. And so we did our best efforts, did everything we knew to do, medications and all the remedies, and we still lost him. And he was just my 2-year-old bottle-fed baby, and so that was really hard. But I don't want to bring down today's episode, but I do want to be real that not everything is always perfect, right? And I'm recalling all these good memories, and I've shared before that it's because I've worked through some tough stuff, and it's okay to share your story about that because it helps you to heal when you share your story. I'm gonna put this on the page. I think I'm going to do it like this. Let me fold this in half. And I decided since it was green, I'd go back and fill it in where we had done this page where I skipped last time to put the Flower Girl page. So I'm going to put this here, but I think I'm going to make this a pocket back here. And then what I want to do is I have this plastic sheeting that came on a floral bouquet, and I'm gonna wash it up a little because it's got some plant stuff still on it. But I think I'm going to step away from the camera for a minute. I'm gonna wash it up, and then I'm gonna sew it to this page right here because I want another pocket that I can put this in. And this is a lamb's ear, not an animal lamb, but it's a plant called lamb's ears, and I don't know the scientific name, but they are so soft, and they feel just like a little soft lammy's ear. And my mom had them growing in the backyard at our house where I grew up. Every once in a while she would let me pick one and kind of keep it for a while and just feel it. And I still have really sweet memories of appreciating some plant life in our yard and the fact that it was something special that she pointed out to me. I think I'm a very tactile person, although I'm also a very visual person. So it's just a precious thing to me. For those of you who didn't hear, my daughter got married last weekend, and this was in the bouquets that she had done for the wedding. I rescued this one and I've let it dry, and I want a pocket to tuck it in. And so that I'm going to go sew that pocket now, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and sewed this in, and I left it open on this side because if you're going to pull something in and out of a pocket a lot, I would put the pocket on the outside, because when it's down here on the fold, it's very hard to get in and out of. But for something like this, where I probably won't pull it out very often, I don't want it to fall out and get damaged. So I put the opening to the pocket on the inside, and I'm just going to slide it up here like that. And then I'm going to glue around 3 sides to make the opening on the outside so that I have a place to tuck my journaling. I've talked before in one of my first videos about the process to deal with grief and past hurt, and how to talk with friends or a trusted companion or maybe a pastor. It's okay to set some boundaries around asking them to be willing to respond in a certain way, because we don't all have the best automatic reactions to things. We aren't always most caring in how we respond to people's hurts. It's just something many of us aren't taught. It's very important to understand how to respond productively and what is hurtful, even if we're well-meaning in saying it. And so if you're interested in that video, I will link it below again. Hopefully that's helpful to you. And if you have questions about that, please let me know in the comments, or you can direct message me on Crinkled Path on Instagram. I'm just putting a little glue here at the ends because the paper is fragile and I don't want to put more holes in it than what's necessary. I don't backstitch when I sew on the paper, and so just a little touch of glue will usually keep it from unraveling on the ends. I just have to remember not to close it too soon and have it stick to the other page. All right, I think now I'm going to work on making a journaling card to put in there. I think I might like to use some of this old book cover. Maybe some of this. This is another piece of cover for a songbook. And so I think I'm going to make a card out of that and then use some of the things on here for collage. So let me move my book out of the way for a minute. I don't need a very big journaling card, so let's see, what do we want? I think I'm just going to use my tear ruler and come straight down here. Sometimes when you're doing the little side, it's harder to hold the ruler down. Okay, I'm going to collage on the back side. So this book was a poem book, and the cover was very beat up and very scratched. And so I decided not, I mean, it's really too brittle to use as a page or for a book cover now. So but I really love the birds and the berries and things. So I really wanted to keep it. I think I'm going to tear out this little bird and put him on the top. So I count myself very fortunate because we do have close friends, actually a few couples, that really get that concept of productive caring. It's really nice to have mutual friends that you can share with, who you know are going to have your heart in mind, and they're really going to be thoughtful about how they respond when you're hurt. Some people might think it's just a goat, for me this week, but if you haven't been around goats before, maybe understanding that they're more like a dog. And so if you can imagine spending time raising and, you know, hand feeding a puppy whose mama isn't around, that's what I did with this little goat and his brother. And then to have this goat who, you know, still liked to lay on my lap and wanted to be petted and wanted special attention, you know, to lose it so suddenly was just really, really hard this week. My daughter is currently bottle feeding 2 baby kittens that she has a stray cat that showed up in their yard and was obviously pregnant, that they started feeding. They think that the mama got hit by a car because she has returned to their house after being gone kind of a week, but she has had a large abscess on her face, like she had road rash. And so my daughter's been treating her with antibiotics. They had a funeral yesterday she and her husband had to go to, and I volunteered to keep the kittens. I told her this morning, because being up every 2 hours with them during the night was certainly challenging for me. She's young and doesn't have kids yet, but this is probably giving her a little bit of a taste of it, getting up through the night, you know. I guess back to my initial thought here, is that I really hope that you have someone in your life who will respond to your hurts in a way that actually creates some healing in your life. Maybe you don't have that person, but maybe you have somebody willing to listen to how to be that kind of a person in your life. And so I hope the other video will help you communicate that. Kind of want this under. Maybe a smaller piece down here. Yeah, that'll work. That's what happens when I talk and don't think about laying out all the pieces first and then gluing them, and just gluing as I go. Serves me right? But I think we'll come up with something I'll be happy with here before we're through. I glued the wrong side. It's okay. Just tear this down. There we go. Thankfully, both sides of that looked the same, but that's probably how come I got it mixed up. I think this is paper left over that I had used from the dragon journal that I made, which was quite the adventure. That was, as I said in my flip through video, that one was way out of my comfort zone. Okay, I'm liking that, but I want something down here, and then I'm going to leave this space opening for journaling, and then I might try and put something over this side. Also, it's been a little bit since I used one of my little paper doll outfits, so maybe I will grab one of those to put on the back of this too. I have this piece of corrugated cardboard. I learned this little trick from Gail Augustinelli, the queen of junk journals. I feel like she's done so much for this art, and I've learned so much from her, but this is one of her little tricks. That you just take some corrugated cardboard and then you put some ink on it and then you press it down and you get some fine lines that are rustic looking, right? Just enough of a hint of a line that you can write on it. Let's see if I have any more ink left on there. Just faintly, but that'll do the trick. Help me at least stay a little straighter. I like the word on here is homage. Don't need those. And it says deference, respect. I think, you know, we say we pay our respects and it's our homage. So I'm gonna put that down here because so much of my memories are really to honor the good things in my life, the good people, and the precious things that I remember about my family or friends of family, really to document those. So they are in respect. Whoops, that was messy. Let's see, where do I want it? Right there, I guess. Boy, I tell you, sometimes the doing and the talking at the same time are lost on me. I'm still learning. Okay, so now let's see. Oh, it's stuck under my little ribbons here. Let's see. Is that too much the same? Not crazy about the reds not matching or the pink in the red. So maybe this one's the one it's going to have to be. With the tags or without the tags? Maybe with. Now I'm thinking I want something else on this yellow, so it's not yellow on yellow. Oh, you know what? I can use some more of the little golden book spine piece here. And then I think I'll do that one. Well, so much for my little added journaling space. I'll either have to be succinct, which is not my strong suit, or I will have to add some more paper, which is fine. Sometimes I think it takes me more time to get the pin back into the art glitter glue than it does to glue things. Minor struggle, right? So I touched on a lot of topics today. If you have something to share, either around a memory of a pet or a memory of a fun story and how you acted it out with somebody, or maybe you have a funny plant story to share with me, I hope you'll include it in the comments. I love to hear your stories because your stories matter. I say that all the time. It's my favorite hashtag in my junk journaling posts, and it's such a precious part of life to share your story with others and to hear their story and truly listen to each other's stories with the the intention of caring for each other. And that's what's brought me to a place where I have so many good memories reoccurring in my mind that I want to put in here. And each day there seems to be more, and I'm very grateful for that. So that's all for today. I'm going to tuck this little guy in. I'm going to take time to do my journaling now, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Good girl. Good girl. Should we give brother some? Here you go, brother. Here you go, brother. Okay, I know we get so excited. Come on. There we go. Oh my goodness. More? More? Had to come up for air? Milk mustache. Yes, you can hold on to me. Where are you going? You got full belly. Yeah, you got full belly. You want more? Or you want sister? You want to go find sister? Okay. Go find sister. See if she wants more.